Okay, Corvus has found a strange door underneath the key, and he finds himself in a strange green maze underneath. And so, if you were ever hanging out at the key by the sea, or even by a river, really, you may find a basement door, and when you open it up, this is what you'll find. So just warning you. I mean, unless you have all the strange weapons that our friend Little Elf Corvus has, probably will avoid any basements in Key. And this is just what I'm speculating about. How should I know if it's who made this game? Brian Raffle, among others. I don't know if that was their intention with this level, but they're not giving me a lot to go with here. So gotta, and right there is where Despair was born. Yes, that's right. He was born underneath a key, basement of a key, like common scoundrel, common rogue, which is all he is. And he was, this is where his HQ, the very heart of Desperial's home. You may hear the rattling of the Ophidian, in addition to the horrible slashing noise of the saber claws. Oh, and there he got hurt real bad. He's just trying to make sure he can get enough health potions, aka quartz flasks. And look at that, it said E5M9. So don't tell Corvus, I mean, but you didn't even have to go in this underneath the key into what is called the Skein of Desperial, because it was a secret level. He could have skipped it and gone straight to the next one, which I won't tell you what it is, because I can't remember if it's the courtyard or a different one. But I'll just tell you this much, as if you didn't already get the, oh yes, and here's, well no, let me know, I don't want to get distracted. You didn't already notice the slow increase in urbanization in these levels, and let me point out to you how they are getting more and more urbanized. I think it reaches a plateau of urbanization basically after this, but then it's merely the density of urbanization that occurs. And you'll notice that Corvus just transformed little chicken. I mean the Ophidians into little chicken. I think it's funny because it's, after all, what is a chicken but a dinosaur, as everyone already knows, and what is an Ophidian but some kind of a snake? So it's basically he's not changing them. He's merely changing the species, but not the genus. And I'm using the species and genus not in the modern taxonomical sense, but rather in the ancient Aristotelian sense, which is a lot more broad, a lot more general, you might say. Like, anything. Like a weapon could be the genus, and then a gun and a ethereal crossbow, two species of it. You know what I'm saying? Could be anything like that. Doesn't necessarily even have to be animals, but in this case, it's an animal and a chicken and an Ophidian. So here's, and I want to mention something about look at that flat. I don't really understand how torches work, especially not extra-dimensional torches. But why is it? What exactly is flickering like that? Like going 100% darkness to a normal illumination? Because I don't think it's any sort of electricity. I mean, do you see any electricity? I mean, other than the video game itself? That would be breaking the fourth wall, obviously. Yeah, so I think it's not like a malfunctioning light bulb or whatever. It's simply a horror of the dimension. That's all right. They can include horrors if they want. Corvus is basically already. I mean, I don't want to make light of PTSD, but I don't know if he can get. We can like increase in his case. Also, hey, listen, he's some kind of elf. Maybe they have different psychological abilities than people. He doesn't have PT. I just stop talking about it. It's not funny. PTSD is important. How did I get onto this dangerous topic? I forget. He's immune to these horrors, really. And he's mainly just interested in living life, and escaping back to his home. So he's not gonna make any. He's not gonna do any real courageous, rash. Say he's not gonna be rash. If you want to see Corvus acting rash, and then seeing his player reload the game because they died, then you had better quit out of this YouTube video and do a different one. Type in like rash, heretic, something. Then you'll probably get like heretic like Jan Hus, or well, some might say Martin Luther, heretic. But I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And there Corvus thought, hey, I wonder if there's a secret thing that'll keep me alive behind that blue tapestry, but there wasn't. It's too bad. Now, don't tell Corvus this, but there aren't actually any secrets in this level. Even though that would be the coolest thing ever. A secret in a secret level in the last sort of secret episode of Heretic. But there are enough horrors to go around, I suppose. There's the yellow. Is the yellow key? Yeah, look at that twisting staircase. It's both twisting and twisted. That would be like if I were here, I would go insane from the staircase. Corvus, of course, is very well composed psychologically, and he does not worry about any of that kind of nonsense. He says horrors. Who cares? No, he doesn't. He has a healthy concern for horrors, but he doesn't let them overwhelm him. He doesn't let them get in the way of his desperate desire to not die. Not only not to die, but to live, damn it. And so he, if he knew, that's a question for the books, is if he knew that this was all unnecessary, this level, because he could have just skipped it and gone to the next one, would he go mad? Could that be what drives him mad finally? Possibly because of pain he undergoes here at the staffs of the Ophidians. But there's just simply not, we simply can't answer that question with the current data we have. But more data will be needed to answer that question. And we'll solve all kinds of problems once we answer that question. Now, Corvus is slowly making his way. Fine, I'll give it away. That's sort of the penultimate level here is immense. Here we have a skein of Desperial, which I like to consider like the web where he was born. Like he's some kind of a spider or something worse. I wonder if there's anything worse than a spider born in a web or whatever. But he will eventually end up in a manse, which of course is rather urbanized, rather more urbanized than, for example, a key. You have longshoremen at the key, possibly, and you'll have the sailors and maybe some of the sailors' friends. But a manse, of course, that's where that's where you live, for crying out loud. So the urbanization increase. Did I mention the plateau? I can't remember if I mentioned my plateau theory. I guess we'll just have to find out after I review this video. The Ophidians have horns, which is very unsnake-like, because snakes are predators. I think a snake that doesn't a predator? I don't think so. And the only things that have horns are prey. Name one predator with, well, predator of animals. 'Cause I guess like mooses are predators of leaves or whatever. But I'm talking about like even dinosaurs and stuff. Like the T-Rex didn't have horns, but the Stegosaurus did. The wolf doesn't have horns, but the zebra. No, that's zebra. The antelope does. Come on. That's probably even true. Well, how about the? Oh my God! Check it out. It's a cactus. Cactus has horns to fend from hungry deer or something. So why does the Ophidian have horns? Obviously, it's a predator trying to predate Corvus, but it's failing because it's not using its horns on him. He's getting mad. Ooh, youch! He got so mad he masochisted himself. Remember in Hexen when you accidentally kill yourself, it says, Grum that's the name my dad gave the character when we first played Hexen 2 and I was a boy. And it says, Grum must be a masochist. And you're always like, no, it was an accident. I swear. I didn't mean to kill myself. But there's none of that silly stuff in Heretic. It's all horror. Speaking of which, can you believe that all of this is under the key in your own backyard? I don't know why he went into the lava. Painful. And he's not gonna do it again, I swear. So the pain aspect of Corvus's life is ooh, youch. Yeah, that was a close one, I forgot. It was incredibly painful. But he can take basically any pain. He's gone beyond like like giving, like there being any kind of psychological response to pain. It's just like, and then here's perfect. I love this. He says, "I will not fight those MFing Ophidians. I'm just going to leave. Have fun trying to chase me up these twisting stairs." But like, so he has like a just very pragmatic view of pain. He says, "I have undergone." It's not even pain; it's injury. I have undergone injury, and now I shall drink quartz flask. Take care of it. But it doesn't say like, "Oh, ow, that hurts so bad. I'm gonna like react in some way that won't, not necessarily totally relevant to my situation. You know, he's undergone such pain that he's moved past that primitive level, or maybe he never even started there. Oh, here's where all the disciples of this barrel are whispering their curses upon him. The good thing about all those curses is that they don't last very long. Like, clearly they're like the utmost evil, but it's not like they curse him and then for eternity he's cursed. Basically, the curse is just like the 3 little purple balls that they fire at him, right? Which is, I think a curse has to like last a while. What do I know about curses? What do I look like, a necromancer? What do I look like, a disciple of Desparial? So the they're all coming out. And I think he's in a little bit of trouble. I think the worst part about these twisting staircases is the high ceiling with the hanged men above. Anytime there's a disciple of Despair in like outside or in like a high ceiling situation, Corvus he says some curse words that I'm not allowed to respect. He probably curses. He makes the same curses as the disciples of Despair are cursing him. This level or this room is extremely confusing and frightening. I think everybody's probably all of you thousands of people who are watching this MF and Heretic playthrough survival style are probably so sick of me saying I have a not a phobia of iron liches. I just think they're so scary. Well, they are. Anyone who says they're not is like man, too manly. There's no, I don't know. I probably my roommate wouldn't admit it. He wouldn't even admit to like understanding that someone could think it's scary, because even that is like not. It's like that. Even that is too much of a question of his masculinity. But I'm getting a little bit personal here, and that's all. I don't care. Anyway, Corvus isn't. He doesn't remember how. He doesn't know how to get out. He was panicking, and he doesn't know how to get out of that room. Sees the thing is open. He's like, I must find as much as I can to survive. Because listen, he just got hit with like all 5 of those vertical fireballs. He's like thinking like, I really need to chill right now and like try to figure out like what am I supposed to do. So he couldn't. As he was thinking about that, the door closed, and he's thinking, I don't know how to get out of here. Am I gonna starve here? Then he remembers the chaos device, which is in his inventory, and he thinks maybe if I can't figure out how to get out of here, I'll just so he chaos devices his way out there, and to this day, no one knows how to get out of that room except using the chaos device. And if you do know, then like and subscribe and comment to my page. Here come the there's been rather a paucity of gargoyles in this level, except in the room with the yellow key. I miss their laughter, their sardonic laughter, and now we get to hear it again. Oh, and you think if you You think that's not enough gargoyles right now? In it. One. The Corvus likes the Hell Staff because it kind of like it pushes his foes away from him. The Dragon Claw here, certainly the instantaneous projectile is nice, and certainly the ouch. Well, I'm not gonna say anything about the Phoenix Rod because you just saw it's downside right before you. But the Hell Staff. He can get as close as he likes to his foes, and he can, and it won't hurt. And he found it in hell, and it's sort of like a body horror situation going on, if you ask me. It's just a skull and a spine, and the skull has horns. And that's what it is. So if you ever find a skull and a spine and it like stays together somehow, that's what you got a hell star. Also, you have to have found it in hell. Sorry. Oh yes, and here he is. He's using the gauntlets of the necromancer again. Drink the life of the disciples of disparity. But I'm not sure what exactly. There's nothing very necromantical about that. I suppose it could be like the power to do this very thing that he's doing here, sucking the life out of the gargoyles. Other than necromancer could have been like the power is given to him from the dead. But there's nothing specifically. In fact, it's almost like backwards. And it's like anti-necromantical to take life into you. Well, but I guess you're removing life out of gargoyles. Oh, I forgot to mention. So he was so freaked out by the gargoyles that he didn't even notice that there's a ding dong in the button. So maybe now he's gonna escape. Nope, he's going to courtyard. Haha.